do 2 presenters at a time. So we just thought maybe she's just really short, or maybe the other guy's really tall. No, she's in fact really short. And then at the after party, she was wearing an Eeyore kigurumi because it was so cold. So it was really because it was kind of chilly. But it was cute. It was cute. It was cool.
Yeah. That's awesome that you got to go to that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know it was a thing I could go to until my friend's like, "Yo, I'm in LA. You gonna go to this thing?" I was like, "I didn't know I could. All right."
Pearl, are you still being a butthead today?
Oh, that's the butthead. Always the butthead.
She's pearly. When isn't she a butthead?
Well, she was being a real butthead earlier today.
Yeah. Oh my God. She was also being a butthead, like, right before we turned this call on.
What was she doing?
Dropping the ball on the computer all the time while I was trying to watch Overwatch.
Oh, well, she just wants love and affection literally all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Literally.
Nothing less
right
is
now.
good enough.
Pearly.
That's all she wants. To be in a lap and be kissing.
She'll never stop.
Nope.
Your dog is wonderful.
Would never stop.
He's such a ridiculous animal. Pearly, that's not very nice.
You're full of kisses. I know it. I know it. You just it helps it.
Wait, Ryan, remind me, what was it you said earlier today that was super fucking funny? Not the second part, the first part. The first part, not the second part.
I don't know what the first part was.
I would upgrade you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was what it was.
What did
I
you
would
say?
upgrade you again if I could.
Aww.
No, there's an amazing follow-up to that. We
No,
won't
you
talk
gotta
about
tell
it.
the whole joke if
Well,
you're gonna
that's
tell
what
it.
you
'Cause
said.
that is what I said, but
And that's why I made my joke. And
No.
then you just,
Oh, you guys.
just talked. No shame. That's the moral of the story. Ryan has no shame.
Like your dog.
Game's overrated.
yep.
Very much like my dog.
She set me up for a good one.
No, I didn't.
Oh, Emily, if you would like to see the giant Bulbasaur, it's enormous. It's what?
Does it have a butthole or does it just have a butt?
Well, it had a butthole in the sense that that's where the fluff went when it had to get stuffed.
So are you saying that you shoved white shit in that thing's ass until it was full?
Not me, but the employee at Build-A-Bear did.
All right.
Craig, you better not go there and ask to do that.
Yeah, no, I'm really not interested in getting.
Ryan's just on a roll with the sex joke today.
No,
I already.
Funny about the first one. The thing that was funny about the first one was it wasn't a joke. He just said words. Oh, Christmas. Okay, let's get this started. We've been live for a little bit, so all of that is recorded.
Oh, wonderful.
Good. I'm glad I'm talking to the internet about not wanting to get arrested at a Build-A-Bear.
These are the things we've learned.
Not wanting to.
You know what? It's a shockingly refreshing thing to have somebody not want to be a sex offender on the internet.
Yo.
Actually, before we actually begin, did you guys see the whole thing that Alex Jones is doing now?
Who is Alex Jones?
The InfoWars guy?
Is this more getting owned by teens, or is this different?
No, this is the getting owned by teens.
All right, good.
So for those of you who did not see, Alex Jones's YouTube account is currently gone.
Oh,
It
right.
is shut down and deleted, and he went after David Hogg, who has been one of the teens from Florida, really speaking out of whatnot. And it was on his recommendation that YouTube made Alex Jones's channel go away. So he begged and groveled at him on Twitter to not take away his First Amendment rights, and if he's going to use his, he's allowed to use his, and all of this crap. And he's just been adamant about it for 3 days, just begging and begging and begging. It's hilarious.
He got owned by teens on the internet.
Personality.
Who is that? Yeah.
He's the dude from InfoWars. He's the you ever seen the clips of like a fairly chubby dude with short hair growling at a camera and going like Tim Allen? That's him.
He's a guy who looks like somebody's shitty dad and talks like somebody's shitty dad.
No,
He looks like 90% of the dads from North Branford, Connecticut.
He's the guy that I thought I found, or who was the talker in my favorite, before you realized who it is, internet clip of the guy who's just like, I'm a human, and I'm coming. It's the best. It's my favorite awful internet thing. Oh, I would find it if I didn't want like to not link Alex Jones videos in them.
That's an understandable thing. Yeah.
They won, Ryan. Yay.
Yeah.
Who won?
Soul.
Oh man. I was actually wondering if the Fuel was gonna pull that shit out.
Has Shanghai won one yet?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Some of their new players haven't arrived yet.
Okay.
You know, the old esports
Yep.
visas not being worked out yet.
Yep.
Dallas
Oh,
is
fuck. No. God damn it.
good.
Sorry.
I mean, they're a good team, but
Yeah.
Soul got it back together. I feel like they're doing better
Little
this
bit.
stage. Yeah.
Soul currently is going to benefit from the fact that in the absence of a good idea for what to do with the meta, people are defaulting back to the old shit. If there's one thing that you learn by watching a lot of esports stuff, it's that when people are going just like the old reliable, the Koreans always win.
Yep.
Because they're the best at the things everybody is doing. If nobody's like taking any chances and just using the strats that are well studied, they will win.
Yep.
It's been this way in League forever.
Oh yes.
They're
The
not
only
even-
people who beat the Koreans at League of Legends are the people who will like take chances and do different strats than what you expect.
Not this newest patch, no.
Stage 3, though.
Stage 3 will be the newest patch, I'm sure.
Also.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean you're gonna see Sombra all the time. Anyway.
Dude, Sombra
is so
good.
strong.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I can't wait to play her.
Also,
And some of the changes that make Sombra more valuable have nothing to do with like her actual ability to shoot people.
no, the
Like, the
most
fact
the
that
best I think is the recall. The recall is like 20 seconds now. So you can like pretty much go as far as you need to shoot people. You know?
I mean, the best thing about Sombra right now is that her hack turns off Lucio's music.
Yeah.
That's preposterous.
The first time that happened to me, I was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck happened?"
That's
Like,
insane. Like, that poor character.
All right. So while we wait for Morgan to get here, we'll do some house cleaning or some regular stuff. I sent you all the map earlier today. I know a few of you guys have looked at that.
Yeah.
The addendum onto it that I also sent is all the names of everything. It's kind of hard to see on the map the numbers, but every city is numbered, so you can just kind of cross-reference from there.
All right.
Emily, I'll be talking to you in the next couple days about choosing which one specifically you came from. I know we kind of like put it up in the air of like what something like that, but we'll like discuss it. Also on there, it's very clear that the humans take up the big center of the map mostly, and much like humans do, have spread out like fucking cockroaches and make a lot of smaller villages, which is why there's only really 3 Elven and 2 Dwarven. They're a little bit more centralized.
Got it.
That's all.
Right.
Humans do what humans do, which is to do this.
Take.
Yeah, they just kind of go. And yeah, that has to do with that. And yeah, so last time around, you guys kind of settled on a direction after speaking with Marleman's soul sister, so to speak, Neve, and finding out that his astral dad, Mac, is back in the material plane somewhere off to the east coast of the continent. You all decided to head out there upon also learning that he may be the sea sage that Phaedra had learned from Vondra about. You all talked to Vondra about procuring a ship and how things are going, and she mentioned the fact that a lot of the supply ships coming from the north of the east shore, the northeast shore, I guess, down to Lathander in the southeast, were vanishing for various reasons that no one really knows. Just kind of vanishing in midair. Using Marleman's wonderful sailor background, you guys were able to identify the ship that would be able to carry you the best to where you wanted to go. And upon heading over to the ship, you found a man who claimed to be the captain by the name of Francois. Upon a very low insight check on his part as to whether or not he figured out that you all were ship inspectors, literally the fucker rolled a 1, you were all able to bluff your way into being security for the dock and having to check his papers. This went bad. This went bad. Fights nearly broke out. A very dumb sailor caused a bit of a panic by speaking truthfully, but too truthfully in a manner of speaking, thanks to a spell that Fader cast. And you all promised to return to the ship after talking to Vondra because some of the things you saw did not line up. Nothing directly pirate-ish or devilish, but just enough to turn some heads. You all exited the boat, leaving Trev and Nyx on the dock to guard, when suddenly, leaving a lot of the crew on land, the ship began to sail away. A new person had extracted themselves from below deck and took control of the ship and began to sail away. You all ended up on the ship in various ways. Sai almost taking a dip in the briny blue.
I thought
no, he didn't quite hit. He didn't quite hit the water. He almost did. If he had failed the next wisdom check, he was in the water and panicking, and he would have been stunned for 2 rounds.
He'd have been pissed. Is what he meant.
You don't like water.
Yeah, I remember hearing that he wasn't a big fan of the swimming.
Yeah, he also can't swim. But you don't know that. Your characters don't know that, thanks to
Oh, right, because of the insight or whatever he did.
Y'all flicked it up. So, upon getting on the ship in a short little confrontation, Marleman realized that this was a pirate he had interacted with before by the name of Sure-Shot Samson, operating as the business end of the Crashing Wave Pirates, led by Sling Blade Body. Samson promised to take all of you to the Dreadnought, whether you wanted to or not, as he had already fled and refused to turn around.
Stubborn boy.
Stubborn boy, but, kind of directing you guys to where you want to go. Also, Marleman got you free passage, in a manner of speaking.
Good job,
just with
Marleman.
pirates. So, we pick up. You guys have begun to sail out of the port of Lathander. You're probably a good half mile out of the port at this point. And hey, Marleman's here.
Good timing.
Hey, bud.
Just did the what happened last week, so you're right on time.
Oh, good.
So you guys are about a half mile outside the port of Lathander and sailing to somewhere off east. Samson was bringing a lot of you guys up to speed on who he is and what the Crashing Wave Pirates are. They're one of the more notorious pirates on the seas, mostly for robbing and looting, less for the killing. They can be merciless if people kind of step up and don't want to listen. But they usually leave crews alive and ships ready to sail. Why? Well, as Samson puts it, if the ships keep sailing, they'll be sent back out, and they're easy picking. So why not? The Shifting Wave, the company he technically works for, is the legitimate business arm of the Crashing Wave. Even pirates have to have at least a legitimate arm to be able to talk to people that they need to talk to. Operating relatively normally, and he did confirm that the ports he said he sailed from, Nehet and Tapor, are the 2 places he did. However, the thing that was wrong that Marleman, you didn't quite pick up last time, was that Francois had said they sailed directly from Tapor in the northeast of the continent. In fact, they are coming from Nehet. They are coming from the south shore.
Okay.
So, that's where we are.
Okay.
We are on a boat. Who wants to go?
I'm on a boat.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, make a Constitution saving throw.
What's the speed rating on this boat?
It's regular, large trawling vessel speed. It's making good time. The winds are favorable to head east, but still a big boat.
How long have we been on the boat?
Maybe 20 minutes.
13.
Right.
13. You are seasick. You have no boat legs whatsoever, and are completely seasick. Everything you do from now until, let's say, 15 minutes in game time is going to have disadvantage. That's all.
Oof.
You're not puking.
Yeah.
You just
not
don't
quite.
feel well.
Oh,
If you
boy.
fail it again, make it worse.
I'm
So-
I think Marleman is like on the ship, whatever, like
Mhm.
kind of just chilling at the moment, playing a number 15 instrument.
Okay.
Oh, I fucking hope so.
Oh, which one's 15? I forget.
I think 15 is
I'm
pretty
just
cool, but
wildly
also kind
guessing.
of like I hope it's not ridiculous and like
Oh, is that what you rolled?
yes.
All right, let's check. Hang on. Forgot to pull this up. I apologize.
It's okay.
You know, I have
I
because
sprung it
of
on
you,
you.
specifically because of you, I have a lot of documents I have to have open
I'm
now.
sorry. You have at least 2.
Where did this go?
At least 2 documents. With which I only apologize slightly for.
There it is. Okay.
I know I don't have
15
it.
is a harp.
Oh, good.
So you pluck away at a harp rather, elegantly. Strings are your more preferred instrument, so to speak. So you're able to create some elegant, not quite sea shanties, but doing your best on what you're given.
I like to think that they're like I'm playing a ballad of the sea. How about that?
The crew that has extracted themselves from lower deck and taken, their positions on the ship seem to be enjoying it, at least. Samson, for the most part, is ignoring it and sailing.
Doesn't surprise me.
Phaedra and Nyx, what are you guys up to?
That's a good question, because we're both not really happy about
No, you're not. That's why I'm asking.
this. I'm gonna kind of direct Nyx, want to try to maybe walk the ship, get an idea.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
There's-
I
Yeah.
was snooping a little bit. No,
You're what?
kind of snooping around a little bit.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation check.
Both of us, or
Nope, just Nyx. Nyx is doing the snooping. You're doing the.
okay.
You're doing the staring at the crew really intensely, trying to see them break.
I'm really not sure what we're doing, so I'm just trying to take note of everything around me just in case stuff goes down.
Okay.
And also maybe occasionally glancing at the water, because I don't think I've been on a ship.
Now roll an investigation check.
13 for me.
13? You know your way around the ship pretty well at this point, dude. You're kind of snooping around. And Samson kind of gives you full run of the ship. No one seems to really bat an eye. You don't find anything more than what you found before. The cargo that is left on board that they were unable to offload quickly remains to be, looks like a lot of fruits and basic foods, some non-perishables as well, a couple of rice. You find munitions as well, which is something you had not noticed before. Quite a few barrels of this very fine black powder, as well as a few larger cannonballs that seem to be off, that look like they wouldn't fit in the cannons of this ship. But nothing really jumps out at you as particularly weird.
Okay.
Armel, I assume you're just enjoying the ocean, because this is not something you get to do normally.
Yeah, I'm just looking around. Can I see any animals?
Roll a perception check. While you do that, Trev, what about you?
Please become a dolphin.
Honestly, I think Trev would probably be admiring the cool fucking cannons and shit, because I don't imagine he would have ever seen any before.
Yeah.
Or actually, I think, since I don't even know if he would be completely aware of what those are,
Mhm.
I think better would probably be asking what, Samson, if he's not too busy, what made that big bang sound that he heard, because I don't think he saw.
You got a glimpse from up high. You got a glimpse of his.
I don't know if he got a full good shot of view of that whole thing going down, but I think he obviously saw the effects and would love to know what the hell that thing is.
Yeah. Armel, what you come up with?
27.
27. You see tons of animals.
Yeah.
You see seagulls and other seabirds flying throughout the sky, pelicans as well.
Oh my god.
You see small schools of fish in these very crisp, kind of lighter blue water. You don't see any large mammals, no whales, no dolphins, anything like that. But you do spy the occasional turtle, as well as a relatively large shark that just sort of makes its way past Sai. You also get a glance at the shark as you are briefly attempting to not hurl over the edge, and it doesn't make you happier. Trev, you ask Samson, you know,
Yeah.
what's with the banging?
Hey, what's the cool thing?
He kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, it's my own little sparks of joy. They use a material that we found off at sea at one point, and I crafted them into tools that I use.
Oh, that's really cool.
Think of it as a crossbow that don't have to pull back and aim.
Huh. So is it like magic? Or...
It's not. It's science.
Oh. I mean, I feel like a lot of that's going right over his head.
Oh yeah.
I just think it's cool.
Yeah. But he does explain the cannons a little bit more. These are smaller merchant vessel cannons, you know, more for dissuading pirates than actually pirating.
Right.
You know, you take a look at them and they look a little rusted as well, a little underused.
Right.
You get the feeling that these cannons are primarily for show.
Right.
Granted, you don't know what they would do. They're just large, kind of round cylinders with little holes in the top, but they look underused.
All right, I want to fidget with a cannonball while whatever we're doing.
Okay.
Because I feel like that would be a really good, satisfying size of just a thing. That...
It's just smaller on the smaller size as well. So you're, fits
little,
well in your hand.
Yeah, a little tennis ball sized.
And then finally, Sai. You spend the first little bit of this journey unhappy, as I mentioned, trying to get your feet underneath you, trying to not look at the water as best as you can, and to try and stare at land for as much as you can. And as it slowly recedes further and further back, you become, if this is possible for Sai, more and more sullen.
Oh, sad boy.
Fair. Harsh but fair.
Huh?
Said that's fair. Harsh but fair.
You eventually head below decks as well. You get a glimpse of Nyx kind of heading downstairs and sort of follow, and find a relatively dark, quieter corner to sit in for a bit. Roll a Constitution with advantage. Saving throw, not check.
That's a 20.
Okay. You're able... Oh, natural? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Natural.
You're able to swallow down the bile after a little bit and find your legs. It's still not great. And if things get choppy, it may still get difficult, but you've got it down for now and feel pretty good.
Yeah.
After about a half hour of sailing, Samson sort of looks at the harp player behind him and goes, "So Marleman, what have you been up to for the past, what's it been, a year and a half?"
Ooh, where do I start? Well, there's been a lot of, believe it or not, time travel.
You know, I don't believe you. But sure.
A good response. Hanging on to life. Learning a lot. Are you looking for specifics? I'm sorry, I'm being vague.
No, it's just trying to keep the chit chat. So, what were you all attempting to barter a vessel for, if you don't mind me asking?
So we had heard that a lot of ships going from, I mean, can I just say, like, I explain it? Because, like, I explained the situation about how ships are disappearing and whatnot.
Sure. He kind of, his face kind of darkens and he goes, to be fair, we haven't been spending much time around the waters of Lathander. Things seem to be wrong in the city, and we were advised to not go.
Huh.
But I haven't heard of ships particularly missing in the north. We don't head north often.
Could we?
I mean, you'll need to speak to the captain, see if we have a spare ship, but, you know, you helped us out in the past. I don't really see why that would be a problem.
Well, I appreciate it.
Cool. What a bro.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, you helped us
It's
fight
been-
off a
how
giant
long
water
have I
elemental.
seen you last?
Well, it's almost 2 years now.
Yeah, that's a long time. I just want you to know I really appreciate this.
Well, the crashing wave tends to not forget.
And I definitely am trying to appease, not appease him, but like definitely try to lean into him a little bit. Like I'm trying to become his friend a little more.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah, I didn't mean to make this like a thing, but I'm doing that. Oh, hold on. My web browser totally just freaked out.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh no, that's where I'm rolling my dice. I guess I'll have to be analog.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's upside down. Okay. My camera crash or anything? Can you guys still see me?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh wow. Okay. What was I doing? I'm sorry.
You're rolling a persuasion check.
Well, I rolled a 7 plus whatever my stuff is.
I think it's like a
8. It's a plus 8.
So
That's a 15.
it wasn't a particularly high DC anyway. He kind of goes, yes, certainly. The captain takes care of people who have done us favors in the past, and I believe we owe you a favor. So, outside of not killing you last time,
I reach out my hand for a fist bump.
he's got both hands on the wheel and doesn't even notice.
Damn! I had things planned for that. That's butterfly effect. Now Parliament is like, this is the start where he declines.
Yeah, this is the dropping off point.
This is the Dark Knight. This is the part where I'm gonna make pencil disappear. I guess I don't know.
At what point you actually do see him kind of glance around at the crew of people you're with and go, so, do you have any other information about the missing ships? Do you think it's something supernatural or pirates? It wasn't us. I can promise you it wasn't.
That's what I was hoping. I mean, do we have like an idea?
I don't.
No,
We have like an idea at all.
That was what we're doing. Is going to.
I'd like to imagine. Is there anybody near me? I like to imagine that Marleman is totally like actually sort of like wait.
Yeah, Trev's
Do we
not
have
far from
any
you, kind of
clue where we're
juggling
going?
a cannonball.
Yeah. Playing with my sweet cannonball.
No, we don't really have much to go on. You haven't heard anything? Nothing?
Sweet. I've been running this ship for the past month and a half. I haven't even checked in with the Dreadnought in a bit, and I was on my way back when you all shortened our trip to Lathander.
Do you have any like sort of? I mean, maybe this is a question for the captain and all, but do you have any sort of contacts you could, reach out and see if you heard any stories?
Certainly, we can send a crow when we get back.
Okay. Well, that's good because we got nothing.
No, it's completely understand. Sea's a weird place. After all, the typhoon opened back up, and who knows why that is.
Wait.
Did you say? I'm sorry, typhoon.
That's the typhoon. It's a standing whirlpool about 300 miles that way. He kind of gestures out towards the horizon.
I want to go there.
You don't want to go there. It's a very large whirlpool with a storm, with a constantly raging storm around it.
I'm aware.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to sail there now, so you can figure that out later.
I'm muttering to myself. It's for my dad.
Oh, okay. Weren't we in your hometown on the other side of the continent?
I'm sorry. What? Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
How is Nolans? We haven't been in a bit.
That's like a gut punch to Marlon. Like, like it's like the anime, like eyes are white, just like,
Yeah.
I haven't
Thankfully,
been there.
not covered in barbed wire.
I haven't been there in a while, so I don't know.
Well, once you figure out what's happening here, maybe you should take a trip home, see what's happening. It's always nice to see home, you know?
Yeah.
Well, we should be at the Dreadnought within the next hour and a half, so get comfortable.
All right.
All right.
Make sure your green friend isn't still green.
Do you have a request?
Fuck.
What was that, Si?
Just from a distance, you hear, fuck you.
He just kind of chuckles under his breath as he continues to sail. Any requests? What do you mean?
I
music?
don't know if you know, but I'm a little bit of a virtuoso now.
You know, I've noticed.
Oh,
You know, if you could play My Fair Lady, that'd be fun.
I hope you like the bassoon, my friend. Because I
no.
pull it off my neck and I rolled a natural 1.
Oh,
Critical
no.
failure. And I just
It is the worst noise any of you have ever heard. If there was reverse inspiration, it would give it to all of you.
I thought he already had a harp.
It goes away after a couple minutes, and then
Oh.
I'm kind of using that skill kind of liberally.
I hope that Marleman tried to like sing My Fair Lady while also playing the bassoon, so it just created.
Yeah, it's like that throat singing where you do like. Yeah.
it's the worst cacophony of noise you have ever heard. And at least Nyx, you start to worry about this bard idea that Marleman is having. You may not see the talent.
Your read.
Armel, can you roll a perception check for me?
Yes. I rolled in that.
He rolled a nat 20. Morgan breaks a string. He's not even playing a stringed instrument. He breaks a string.
Yeah. You shatter your reed in your bassoon to end the song.
Squawk!
And as the lost kind of echoes through the air, Armel, you kind of look out to the distance, trying to ignore everything happening behind you, and see two small shapes out on the horizon. You know, with a natural 20, you can also tell they're heading towards you. They seem to be up in the sky, different from the birds that you've been paying attention to before, making their way towards the ship.
Oh, Capitan, we got something coming our way.
I'm sorry, what did you just call me?
Hey, I'm just trying to relay some information, man. We got some stuff headed our way.
All right. Navigator.
What?
He kind of calls up into the crow's nest of someone who just suddenly goes, yes, sorry. 1 second. You hear kind of a stumbling of feet. And then Sir! Samson. What? We've got Skyrits.
I'm sorry. I'm going to need you to say that again. What?
Samson kind of looks at you and goes, Skyrits, Sky Pirates. Just, would you mind helping me with this one?
Good branding. And yes.
Well, you see, we on the ocean do our best to be polite, at least to some people. Well, some of us do. Regardless, Sky Pirates, assholes. They're going to cause problems.
Can I assume it's been more than 15 minutes since this boat left?
It's been a half hour. It's not a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Regardless, would you all mind assisting?
You got it.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. Men, and he kind of calls down to the deck. Below decks, I'll let you know if we need anything. Keep yourselves safe. Arm up. If they try and go downstairs, you know what to do. All of them sort of aye and leave their posts and head below deck. Samson kind of keeps the wheel straight. Now, they're going to fly in on either side. If their usual patterns are still true, they'll try and land as quickly as they can. We need to fight them here. I am okay at fighting them if they're flying, but when they're flying, they're harder.
Mm-hmm.
They usually only come in pairs of twos, and they don't expect us to be armed, so we should have the advantage.
Gotcha.
All right. So the ship is about 150 feet long from step to stern, with a 25-foot upper level, 50-foot main deck, 25-foot on the other side, or about 50 feet on the other side. Where would you guys like to stand as they land?
What side of the boat are they?
They're just approaching straight from the front. They are coming at the stern.
It's only like 2 of them at a time up there, though.
Samson kind of looks at you and goes, "That's all they need."
Okay. I guess I'll
Trust me. Trust me. It's not the pirates that are the worries. It's their mounts.
What are they mounted?
What are they mounted on?
Wyverns.
Oh,
Good.
Okay. Fun times. Wyverns are small dragons with kind of like dragons, but not.
Like they're gonna They have trained attack wyverns.
Yeah, they're mounted on the wyverns.
Yeah, but I mean, you can be mounted on a horse, and that horse isn't gonna eat you.
These will eat you.
Okay.
Well, they'll more likely poison you first, and then they'll eat you. But
No,
All right. I'll stand on the right side towards the front.
Okay. Trev?
And I'm going to be aligned to pretty much front side, ready to go.
Okay. You take the opposite side from Phaedra at the front of the boat. Sai, you are currently below deck. Would you like to come upstairs?
Yeah, I'll go up next to Phaedra, just in case I get sick again.
Okay.
Am I allowed?
You flank her just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to self-cast fly before they get here?
Yes, you may.
All right.
Armo rolling a natural 20 gives you guys prep time before they just arrived.
If he goes in the air, I might go in the air too.
I'm gonna be leaning towards the backish area until they're about let's say 60 feet away from me.
Okay. So you position next to Samson, who also does not leave the wheel. Armo, what'd you say you were going to do?
That actually fits with canon too. That
Finds his side. I would ask Trev if he wants some help in the sky.
If you think you can do something, why not?
Yeah. I think I might be able to.
Cool.
Oh, shit, of course. How much time do we have before they arrive?
Looks like maybe a minute and a half.
I
oh,
summon
good.
their
That's at least 6 turns.
Oh, well, then I'm going to wait like a minute until they're
Okay.
self-cast fly. I want it to last as long as possible.
Okay. So you wait to the last possible second. You have it held as your surprise round, so to speak. Fly, I mean. Air elemental, in the air, floating. Nyx?
I kind of want to. Hide is a little bit of a strong word, but I want to not obviously be on the front line.
Okay.
If there's a spot I can kind of be out of sight, but still there and seeing everything. I don't know, behind a box or something.
Sure.
Yeah, when the fighting starts, I can kind of pop out behind someone.
Sure thing. You kind of position behind Phaedra's left leg. There's a bit of a barrel and rope situation that you're able to kind of nuck into.
Cool. Sounds good.
And Aramil, did you decide what you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to beast form. Pretty much when they're in range, right? At the same time as Trev and everything else. I'm assuming. How fast can you fly, Trev?
I get a fly speed of 60 feet.
Yeah, me too. Cool. We'll take off at the same time then.
Okay, and what do you beast forming into?
I'm going Pteranodon.
Okay.
Which is
Fucking A.
You always get me.
I gotta make sure I kind of stay. Well, I guess not. I can fall into the ocean and be cool still.
You always get me with these things, man.
What? Oh, do you want to explain
I'm a
what just happened?
Pteranodor.
Oh, the Tyrannodor. Okay.
It's like get me.
So I need everyone to roll initiative.
You know, you got to pick. Anyway.
All right. Let's go analog again. Didn't help me the last time, but we'll try. Let's try different.
I feel like I
dice
should
with
just the special or surprise round clarification. I intend to self-cast fly before without actually taking off yet.
Okay.
I would rather them not to be aware that I'm an aerial threat.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Can I do the same thing actually? Similar.
Yeah. Well, you're a damn bird. They're gonna
You're
know
like a
you're
winged
an aerial
dinosaur.
Yeah, they're gonna know me. Yeah, that's all right. I'll take them head on.
All right, just give me 1 second. 19.
You could, you don't have to take off yet, but you can. The area of subtlety might not be on your side.
Yeah.
Oh man, if only I'd had time to change my spells, I would have had something really cool for this.
All right, 25 to 20.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Honestly, I have enough time in this initiative order to stand up. I'll be right back.
Yeah. 19 to 15. Guys.
Say again?
19 to 15.
17.
You guys.
Air Elemental, 16.
Thank you.
Marleman, do no good. Do no good.
14 to 10?
14.
13.
14 for Phaedra.
Okay, Marleman in comparison to everybody else, do okay.
10 for Sai.
Okay.
Okay, Marleman definitely do okay compared to others.
Yeah.
All right.
No offense to
Arno
anybody.
I got a 4.
and Trev.
4 as well.
All right. So
19.
Arno, you go first, technically,
Okay.
as you have the higher initiative.
Natural
Wow.
2, motherfucker.
I rolled the 2. Wait, it got +2 initiative too then?
Yeah. And
Oh, we
14 decks.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 sec. Good lord, you guys. Yeah, y'all fuckers.
We're good at games.
Good at video games.
We're good at the gameses. We are
World's
gamesmen.
Best gamist.
It's because I rolled Emily's giant dice.
That's not mine.
LOL hackers.
You bought this.
Oh no, it's my fault.
Give me 1 second.
Gary, just watching you do what you're doing has made me like. I'm sorry, but I opened up my programming thing because you made me think of something that I want to at least get down in pseudo, which is like, I want to be able to look at a drop-down menu of like all of my people in like one drop-down where I can just type. I can be like Marleman, 17, Aramil, 14.
Yeah,
whatever,
D&D
whatever
Beyond
numbers are,
has
right?
some of that. I just haven't given them money.
And then just let it automatically sort it out the way I want it to.
Yeah.
God, that makes me mad.
Yeah. Well,
sorry, it's not anything.
No, you good. All right, so that's that. That's that. Just give me 1 more second. I gotta pull up one more thing because everything is different pages, different things. I gotta pull up the gunslinger piece of paper.
Ooh.
What do you call a nickel?
Word. Okay, so first up in the order are the pirates. Who would have guessed with your guys' initiatives? But you guys have a surprise round. They are about 100 feet away from you, or from the front of the boat, I should say. And they don't know that that you guys are prepared. So you guys all get a surprise round, starting with Marleman.
That's cool. How close are they to me?
About 200 feet.
That's too far for what I want to do.
Okay.
I thought you said they were 100 feet.
Off the front of the boat.
Oh,
I'm like 100 feet back, I think.
gotcha.
I'm like on the back of the boat with the guy with the wheel. Sorry, I didn't think about that.
You can also just hold and not do anything on the surprise round.
Distance spell. 1 sorcery point to make. Oh, that's only touch. 5 feet or greater, I can spend 1 to double the range. So they're not 120, you said, huh?
No, they're about 200.
That's a bummer. All right. Sorry, I guess I'm.
You can just wait. You can just wait.
Yeah, I'm a hold until they're about 120 feet, and then readjust.
Okay. The air elemental.
Huh, seriously? He's... This is going to be interesting. So... And are they coming, like, in a ship, or are they in, like, a group, or what? Like,
They are a pair of them flying at you. At this distance, you can see that there are 2 humanoids on the back of the wyverns. 1 on each.
And they're how close to the air elemental?
100 feet. Air elemental's on the front of the boat with you.
Okay. God damn it. They're 5 fucking feet short of where he can hit them.
I'm going to step aside for a second. I'll be right back.
This is also a surprise round. You know, this is not actual combat yet, so...
True. The air elemental is going to go up and above us.
All right, it moves
and
up.
kind of forward like 20 feet.
Okay, so it goes...
And it's going to go up about 20 feet.
All right, so this way 20 feet.
Yeah.
All right, so it's 20 feet off the front of the boat, which has stopped moving. Samson did drop anchor and lower the sails to kind of create a more stable fighting experience for those of you without sea legs.
Yeah.
So it is now up and floating at these 2 people.
I want it above where they would be flying in. So like whatever their altitude is, plus 20.
They're flying in high. They're not just like coming water level. They're high.
Okay.
So how high can the air elemental go?
It can move 90 feet. So
it can get above them.
Yeah.
It's able to get about 20 feet on them before stopping.
Cool. Perfect.
Next up is Phaedra.
So you said they're 120 feet away, but how high, physically higher or taller are they? You said
they're about 50 feet up.
All right, can't do wind wall then. Okay. Since it's a surprise round, I'm a fireball them.
Okay.
Because that's got a range of 150 feet. So,
yes,
and it's a 20-foot radius.
Okay. So you can hit them both.
Yes.
So that's a dex save from both of them.
Yes.
That's a wyverns. That's a 17 for one and a 9 for the other.
I'm trying to find my spell save DC. I don't think it's.
Do you have any items that modify it?
I don't believe so.
Nope.
Well, then it's your
spell save DC
8 plus your spell casting ability mod plus your proficiency bonus.
Oh. So it's
16 is what it. It's 16 if you don't have anything that modifies
so one
it.
guy's only going to take half damage.
Okay.
Would that be both the wyverns and the riders who are also taking damage?
Yes, the riders are saving based on, or would have saved based on what the wyverns did, so they will also take damage.
Okie dokie. So they take. Let's see, what is this? 8d6. Give me a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's a lot of 6s. Okay. So 18, 23, 26, 29,
31.
32, 33. So the ones who didn't save take 33. The ones who did take 16?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So 33 for you. 33 for you. 16 for you. And 16 for you. Nice. So.
And can I also like draw my Pyramol for like the next round, like as my bonus action, just to get my weapon ready?
Yes, you can.
Can I make an educated guess as to how many hit points something has left?
Would it involve 69 in some fashion without
Maybe.
knowing what the numbers are in front of it or behind it?
Yep.
You're not wrong. So next up is where's the order? Here it is Samson, who is going to focus on keeping the boat still for now. Next.
I'm gonna click my heels and wait.
Okay. Okay. The haste is cast upon you. Sai.
I'm going to take my Eldritch Blast at the Wyvern. On
Which
the
one?
left.
Left or right?
I'm on the right side, right?
Yeah, you're on the right side of the boat.
Okay.
Well, fuck it, I'll take the guy in the right.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Oh shit, was I gone that long?
No.
I mean, we're still in the surprise round.
Remember, his air elemental had a much higher initiative than he did.
Oh god, yeah. Like 3 people ahead of me. Alright, so first one is a fucking 9.
That won't hit.
Second one is a 23.
That will hit.
And the third one's a 14.
14 won't hit either.
Okay.
So roll for damage. So roll for 1 Eldritch Blast damage for the one on the left, you said?
On the right.
On
the
the
side that I'm on.
Okay.
Starboard.
The fucker will take 10 damage.
All right. The wyverns are now about equal in the damage they took. Nice job.
One of them is nicer than the other.
You don't know that. Aramil.
Aramil is gonna try and be a giant flying dino distraction.
Okay.
So maybe his more stabby friend could have an open. So I'm just gonna fly up as far as I can towards them and like bat my wings and like caw at them, you know, and die.
Roll an intimidation check using your charisma.
And what
My
was happening?
charisma or the dino.
The dino doesn't have charisma. Your charisma.
Dino has
The
Giant
dino does-
flying dino distraction is going to sweep the Crunchyroll Awards next year.
Yeah. Well, I'll use my charisma. Considering
Yeah, it's the way your beast form works. You keep your wisdom, charisma, and intelligence. You take the animal's constitution, dexterity, and strength.
Their physical stats, as it were.
Yes. And HP.
I rolled a 5.
You rolled a what?
5.
Yeah, you get up there and caw and buffet at them. Even in your large dinosaur form, you realize that, oh, these are really big dragons, like baby dragons that aren't going to be scared of a dinosaur. But you did it. Good job, buddy. Trev.
Fuck, man, I ain't got much. I think I'm just going to wait until they get closer because I can't do a ton at this range.
All right, so you cast Falling on yourself at this point.
Yeah, and I can... wait, I forget what kind of action that is. Oh, my character sheet's not loading. God damn it.
Oh, shit.
1 second.
I believe it's an
Try
action
now.
to cast Fly, so...
Yeah, so I should have a bonus action left.
Yeah.
Or
You
a
can right up.
I can weapon up, basically. Yes. All right. Well, that's what I intend to do. It's
All right.
going to be... Oh, God.
What are you going with?
I need to remember which ones I actually have, because I don't have all of them yet.
No, I think you only have one esoteric.
I don't think I even have any... if I have an esoteric, then I'm going to be psyched. I don't think I do yet.
No, you get your first esoteric at 11.
I get it at 14.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with.
To be fair, those are also brutally strong.
They sure are. I'm gonna go with cold, I guess. Why
Okay.
not?
Cool damage up. Kind of frost crystals make their way along your blade, as you also feel a bit of lightness in your feet. So, top of the order are the pirates, who one is going to cause his wyvern to double dash at the boat and arrive, kind of in front of you guys, but that is his action. And the other one is going to command his wyvern to take a big bite out of the flying snack who has now appeared before him. So you're getting attacked there. You're getting stinger attacked, my friend. You see the wyvern kind of flip its tail around at you, and a very large, kind of bulbous stinger at the end suddenly whip towards you. That's a natural.
So they made roughly a 90-foot movement?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
They have a fly speed of 80, so he needed to kind of make the rest of the way there. And then he's got a 10-foot reach on his stinger, but the first one is a natural 1, so he almost buffets himself out of the air as he misses on that one.
What?
Then he's going to try and make a bite attack at you, which is a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You take... That's not bad. 9 piercing damage.
All
as
right.
the wyvern's jaws suddenly clap into your side. Marleman, you are up.
So they're close then, huh?
One has landed on the deck.
Oh, so they're very close.
Yes. The other one is floating up in the air,
All right.
approximately 50 feet above the deck, but yeah, close.
All right. The one on the deck.
Okay.
Is greater than 60 feet away.
Yes.
I'm going to move until he is 60 feet away from me. Is that possible?
Yeah, easily.
Is that going to give me enough time to maybe back away? Or is that going to be my full walk?
That's going to be your full walk, because it's about 100 feet away from you, so...
Okay. So you're just giving it to me. All right, let's do this. I'm going to walk up.
Yep.
And I'm going to say... what are you, chicken? And then I'm going to cast Polymorph at the wyvern.
Okay. Hang on. I need to check something.
It needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's clever. Oh, that's real clever.
I'm all about it.
All right, so you were casting what? Sorry, I was reading something.
Audibly, I want everybody to hear these sleeves being rolled up.
What are you casting again?
Polymorph.
Polymorph. All right.
I'm not sure if you're aware of that spell.
On the wyvern?
Yep.
I loved him in Bio.
And that is a wisdom saving throw?
That is a wisdom saving throw.
That is a particularly wise animal. Yeah, kind of bit. That is a 15 to save.
15 does not beat my spell save.
All right.
I do believe. Hold on. Let me double.
It definitely doesn't. Yours is better than
I think
mine.
mine's like at least an 18.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Okay.
You got items.
Because I got items and shit. So, yeah, dog. That wyvern that's carrying. That's right. I got this right. There's people on the back of this wyvern.
There is a person on the back of this wyvern.
A person. That person is now either A, floating in the air above what seems to be like a chicken, or is latched on to, say, a harness onto a chicken.
Or sitting on a chicken.
It is harnessed onto a chicken.
Okay.
However, the chicken suddenly smaller than the harness. The harness does not shrink with it.
So there's a man attached to a harness floating above a chicken.
Not exactly floating, more falling 10 feet onto his ass.
Okay, great. Okay.
And actually hitting the chicken on the way down
I'm gonna go ahead and say that character there is disabled or downed, just based on your description.
He is prone for the next turn, but he is not disabled or stunned. He's
I'm
just
sorry,
prone.
I just muffled you a little bit.
However, he does do 5 damage to the chicken as he falls on it, which I believe is more HP than a chicken has.
I actually am very curious about this.
Oh, don't do that to me.
Put it this way, my giant flying dino bird has 13 HP. So the chicken's probably dead.
Chicken is dead, which means that
the chicken has one hit
back. Yeah, which I believe means it pops back into being a wyvern.
It comes back to
Also,
a
a
wyvern.
chicken cannot sustain flight for more than 1 turn.
Oh, good to know. So, due to this man suddenly going, "Huh!" and landing on a chicken that is now directly below him where a wyvern was, it suddenly grows back into a wyvern, a very large wyvern.
No, wait a minute.
Hang on. Causing him to fly into the air off the back of the wyvern due to the sudden resizing.
I'm still not into this. Okay, I will agree to this.
So the wyvern takes 4 points.
However,
I should say, the wyvern takes 4 points of damage because the 1 hit point to kill the chicken and then 4 points on top of that.
I just want to say, I will agree to this, regardless of what I'm saying now. However, it's a leather or metal harness because it depends on how big it is, because then it wouldn't bend to such that it would crush the animal.
It's a leather harness.
Right. Okay, I'll give it
because well, reasons that might find out later. Who knows?
Because wyverns are kinky and they don't like metal harnesses.
Yeah, basically. Also, I am a big fan of how fucking dumb that was.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm now upset.
The wyvern does lose its turn because it just had a real shock to its system. You kind of freaked it out a bit, and the rider of him is now airborne.
Wait, but he's in a harness.
At that point, do I remember if Samson is a shot?
I mean, he shot you.
Is he a good shot?
He shot you.
He's probably pretty good. What's his name again?
Sure shot Samson.
There you go.
Oh, okay, great. I look over at Samson and I say, shoot.
Pull!
Or Paul. Yeah, whatever.
Next up is the air elemental.
So it's gonna go balls out for the wyvern.
Which one?
That's in the one that just became riderless.
That one's on the deck, so it would have to use its full movement to get back down onto the deck.
Oh, it would. I thought you said it took off. So
no, the rider took off because
you could spike the rider out of the air.
Yes. You could volleyball spike the rider back down.
You could say
into the ocean.
I could actually
swat him into the ocean.
I assume I know what you're doing with the air elemental. You're trying to use the whirlwind, which is move into its space and.
Well, yeah, it's the only real way to go. But
yeah, because they can't hit anything.
No, they suck at that. Yeah, it's gonna go do that to the wyvern.
To the wyvern, okay. So it's a strength saving throw, correct? To see if they get thrown.
Yeah.
Is it big enough to encompass the dude that just got recently tossed off of the wyvern?
He would have to choose.
All right.
Yeah, it's not big enough to do that.
Dang.
The wyvern. Oh, okay. That's a 19.
Yeah, he saved.
Okay, so he doesn't get thrown off the deck. But he does still take some bludgeoning damage, doesn't he?
Yeah, half bludgeoning. Okay. So he's not immune to bludgeoning, is he?
No, he's not. These are baby dragons. They're cousins of dragons. They're not dragons, so to speak.
Right.
I can't not hear Joey Wheeler every time he says it. Baby dragon.
Yeah, baby dragons.
Toy wizard.
Brooklyn Rage.
So it's 9.
So 9 halved, so 5.
No, hang on. I rolled the wrong die. No. That's 1, 9. That's 14 and a half.
Seven.
7. Yeah.
Not that much of a difference. All right.
Listen, buddy.
This wyvern is having a bit of a rough time at the moment, but it is not its turn. The other wyvern, though, does not get his turn because he still has his rider on it. So, Phaedra, you are up.
How far is the other wyvern who didn't get turned into a creature?
50 feet up. Fucking with the flying Aramil.
And is he directly above the boat?
Yeah, they're basically deck level.
I want you to know, Trev, I left him there for you.
Man, okay. I was gonna copy Marlon because I thought that was really funny, but if it's above the boat, I don't want it breaking the boat. Fine.
Listen, you do you.
Well, because I don't want to break the ship. We're on it.
It's got us there.
I'm instead going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
On the wyvern above us.
Okay.
Give me some. Let's see. Alright, so it's an 18 plus spells. So 26.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so guiding bolt. You take 4d6 radiant, and then and then it's sparkly, so whoever attacks him next has advantage. Oh, okay. So 11, 15, 19 points of radiant damage.
Give me 1 second. All right. So it's 19 points of radiant damage.
Yep, and now it's a little sparkly, so whoever wants to hit it next can get advantage.
Does it make the rider sparkle also?
No.
No, I specifically am
Just curious.
Nice thought, but no.
And I will position myself so if said wyvern doesn't drop to the floor, it's not gonna immediately like fall on me. So I'm like back up like 5 feet or whatever, so I'm not directly underneath it.
You'll take an attack of opportunity from the wyvern on the boat if you move.
Right.
But...
Never mind, I won't move then. I'll be fine.
Okay. Next up is Samson, who is going to look at Marlon and go, all right, and pull out his pepper box and fire twice at the dude in the sky, having advantage on each shot.
Yes.
That one will hit. And I'll just roll the second one as well. That one will also hit. So that does.
Pew, pew.
I knew.
Yeah, he basically just high nooned that dude. One of those, one of those. Brat. Jesus!
For all of those BoJack Horseman fans.
I almost just spit my drink out because of the fucking timing of that honk.
Yeah. He shoots the rider twice, and both hit true. The rider's still alive, but oh no, wait, hang on, I took that out of the wrong thing. Rider is still alive, but not doing great. Next up is Nyx.
Okay. I need a refresher on everyone.
So there's a wyvern in front of you. There is a rider 15 feet above it flying through the air. There is 50 feet above the boat another wyvern and a rider, as well as flying Aramil as a dinosaur. There is also an air elemental in the center of the wyvern in front of you. That is where everything is.
So, how far am I from the dude in the sky?
15. Well, which dude in the sky? The dude fall flying or the dude still flying?
The dude falling.
15 feet. He's like 15 feet almost directly ahead above you.
Okay. I can hit that.
Are you throwing?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
That's just okay.
I've got 3 daggers.
That's
You just sound so judgy about it.
Yeah, you just sounded so judgy. Like,
I will warn you.
I heard.
I'm going to preemptively warn you about this.
okay.
You're used to throwing these on the ground, where if you miss, you can pick them up.
He's above the boat.
You're on a boat.
Are you saying this boat's moving so fast while this guy's falling that we will no longer be underneath him by the time?
No, if you miss, you'll throw your daggers in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm just warning you now.
Yep, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You could use some sort of
3
magic
daggers.
bullshit.
Splash him with some acid or something.
I mean, if he's not looking good, I can do something that'll be sure to hit him and won't do a ton of damage, but will hit him.
Let's chase him with some missiles.
Yeah, that's the best bet. Because those, I'm pretty sure, auto hit. But I can't find where it says that now. But aren't magic missiles the one that
It
auto?
does.
Yes,
Magic
they do.
missiles cannot miss.
Yeah.
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 Oh, I see that. Whatever. I know they don't miss. I'm gonna magic missile.
Okay.
And
That can't be right. Give me 1 second.
I'm trying to remember how many I'm casting.
It should be 3 if you're casting it for level 1, and then you can add 1 for each level above that, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my description's not.
I'll pull it up. Give me 1 second.
Cool.
Above.
Yeah, but I'm gonna cast it at the base. But I get 3 base. That's what I was trying to remember. And for some reason,
Oh no.
Almond, do you happen to have your spell card for Magic Missile? You create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice. 1d4 plus 1 force damage.
Yeah. Were you looking for how much it did?
No, just how many
No,
she fires.
It's 3.
yeah, how many I fired and stuff. Yeah, I figured it out. But so I rolled. Is it
Y'all
plus
gotta
1
ask-
at the? Or
No,
plus
it's
one per
plus
roll.
1 per roll.
So 4, 4, and 5.
So 4, 4, and 5. Cool.
Nice.
That is a
Yeah,
decent amount of damage.
13 to...
That's a fairly good roll. Wow.
Yeah, 3, 3, 4.
All right. He's still alive, if only barely. Sai, you're up. I believe Jason may be gone.
Oh no!
Frozen.
Yeah, he is frozen.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
Can I
assume
ask a clarification question while we are waiting?
Sure.
So all of that talk about harnesses technically originated with Morgan.
Yep.
Are these actually harnesses, or are they just more like saddles? Like, are these guys
More like
belted
saddle
in?
straps. They're more like
All right,
saddle
so
straps.
they're not like belted the fuck in.
Oh.
They're just like
No.
they're riding.
It was like
All right.
foot loops. Yeah.
Cool.
Hence why when he fell on the chicken, he fell out of said foot loops,
Yeah.
and then when it turned back into a wyvern, he went. Phoom.
Yeah, he sat around the house.
Yes.
Sorry, the way that you just described it just got it in my head that they was just like, whoa.
Yeah. Basically, it was explosive recompression. I guess.
I'll let
That's
you
exactly right.
I'll let you extrapolate something about my plan from that question.
Yes. Because there's no enemies from here to you and Armel. Armel, just take your turn and we'll have Sai do his next.
All right.
He's holding his action.
Yes, he's technically holding his action until he gets back.
Yeah. So, how far am I away from the boat? I kind of have to piece out of here.
You're about 50 feet up.
Yeah. I use my action to get out to where I am, so I kind of have to leave right now and get back. Or I'm going to turn back into an elf and fall out of the sky.
It is a potential opportunity.
Yeah, and I would rather not do that.
I never would have guessed.
I'm sure I would be okay, but yeah. So I'm gonna fly back to the boat. I don't.
All right, you are going to take an attack of opportunity.
Pteranodon doesn't provoke an opportunity attack when it flies out of an enemy's reach.
Then you're good. You are able to fly back to the boat.
That's pretty baller.
Yeah, right. Pretty useful. And then I'm gonna kind of head towards the safety with all the squishies, like wherever Marleman is.
Okay, you fly towards the center of the boat.
Yeah, and then I'll be not Dino anymore.
Okay, and you use your action to not beast form.
I did what I could.
Yeah. You land next to Marleman and go, I did my job, now do yours.
Yep.
Sai, you are up.
Hopefully he comes after me.
So what did I miss?
Nothing, barely nothing.
The
the rider
back
is
onto
still
the boat and turn back into an elf.
Yeah, the rider is still alive, but barely. He is 15 feet off the front back of the rider, and the wyvern in front of you, plus the wyvern in the sky.
Okay. Did my air elemental go?
It already went.
There hasn't been a round since the last turn you took with him. I haven't gone yet.
Oh, okay.
It's your actual turn.
There was some knife-based worry that had to get worked out.
Okay. How close am I to the falling dude and the wyvern?
Wyvern's 5 feet from you. The falling dude is like 15 feet in the air.
Okay. I'm just going to yell out for everyone to keep one of the pirates alive for interrogation.
Okay.
And I'm gonna blade curse the wyvern and go to town on it.
Swing away.
Yeah. So the first one is going to be. Sorry, my computer restarted itself, so everything's still a little iffy. That would be a 21.
That'll hit.
And a 25.
That will also hit.
Yeah. So, 98. The fuck 28? Sorry, now I'm missing dice.
No, you're all good.
Hurry up.
Don't worry, you guys are boot partying the shit out of these skyarts.
So first it's a 9.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. I forgot. We buffed this at one point.
Yes, we did.
So the first hit's a 14.
Okay.
The second hit is 4 plus 11.
Okay. And it is charmed to not attack you. Next turn.
No, neither of those were criticals. Those were just.
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay. Next up, Trev.
Cool. I would like to fly up to be on the level with the wyvern and that still has a rider on it.
Okay.
And be 15 feet away from said thing.
You do so.
Then I would like to use lightning lure on the rider.
Okay, he's going to make a strength saving throw to see if he gets pulled.
Because of what Sai shouted, I'm going to do this over the boat, not over the ocean.
Okay.
Attaboy.
Okay, he's going to make a strength saving throw to see if he can maintain his grip. That is a natural 18.
That'll probably get the job done, unless he has like a 3 strength.
No, he's got a +2, so this is 20.
All right.
So he's able to maintain, but the whole contraption moves towards you.
All right, let me check and see if. Yeah, he doesn't act. Well, nothing should really move if I don't have
Doesn't it just happen, or is there a?
No, it's like nothing happens if he saves.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which sucks for me.
Yeah. Well. You still have some
So,
flying
let's
speed, though.
see. I mean, I'm heading back down because.
Okay. So you flew 50 up. Are you gonna go 10 down?
Yeah, sure. I'd like to force this thing to come to me.
And on its next turn, it does so. It flies. The rider commands it to fly at you and makes a bite and stinger attack. The stinger is an 11.
That's certainly not going to do it.
And the bite is a 20.
That's much better. That'll cut it.
Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, yeah.
Just give me 1 second. I gotta pull up the damage again. I had jumped away for reasons. So, bite is these. God damn it, what is wrong with me? That's a 9 piercing damage.
Ow.
Yeah. Sucks, don't it? Meanwhile, back down on the boat, Marleman. Oh, and the swashbuckler person. You can get a closer look at him now that he's flown up on you.
Okay.
Trev, this is for you.
Oh.
He seems to be wearing some sort of black mask over his face. The skin is very pale underneath, and his eyes are almost an inhuman yellow. But that's really all you can get. The features are very, very slight. He seems very tall as well. And he is going to make a swing at you with his sword. Just
Jesus,
one.
how close is he flying?
Close.
How close is this motherfucker flying? Jesus.
It's a great sword. It also has a bit of reach. That's a natural 20.
I'm absolutely. If he's that close to me, then I can impose disadvantage on his attack.
Yes, you can.
Good lord. I didn't know he was going to be able to get that close to me, but I'm doing that. Christ.
That's a disadvantage on the attack?
Yes.
Okay. That's a 17 to hit.
That's not going to hit.
Okay.
Nice.
So he takes a good swing at you, and you're able to kind of float your way out of the way.
Thanks, bro.
Feel the wind on that one, but...
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I forgot I want to have a conversation with you about my fly spell that will have to happen later because it's not functional. It's not functional. It'll happen later.
Okay. Marleman.
What baddie is closest to me?
The wyvern on the deck.
Wyvern on the deck. Still there. All right.
Has not been touched, save for Sai slashing away at it.
That's real fucking unfortunate. All right, yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Oh wait, I forgot a part of the turn before it. The other pirate slams into the back of the wyvern below it. Takes 1 fall damage, and loses his turn due to him regaining his balance. Relevant.
You gonna block me again?
I'm not good. I didn't block you for anything. You chose all of these things.
That was twice that you blocked me right there.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to I'm gonna embrace the sea life.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grab my necklace.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll a 14.
That is a citole.
Oh, cool. All right, that's like a loot. All right. And I'm gonna cast. Oh shit! Hold on, wait. How close is this guy from me?
He's about 60 feet.
All right, I'm gonna use a sorcery point. This is where things get interesting because I'm mixing my sorcery and my bard powers, and I'm going to cast Bane.
Bane. All right. What does Bane do?
Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range must make charisma saving throws.
Okay. So that would be both the rider and the wyvern?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Whenever a target that fails this saving throw makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the concentration up to a minute.
Both of them fail.
Okay, cool. The target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw.
Okay. That happens.
Okay, cool.
They are under your bane.
And I point at them and I make some sort of "Oh, this is me, Bane" joke.
Nice.
Okay.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd bane a man. Okay.
This is something you can't understand.
The air elemental's turn. Air elemental.
Air elemental.
That's gonna be
It's
tough.
going to. Can it grapple?
No, it doesn't have arms.
It's a giant,
Fair enough.
little tiny tornado with a face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think that was.
It's not exactly corporeal.
It can't give hugs either. It's a really sad existence.
It can give pretty good blow. Anyway.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
Well done.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
What are you having it do there, Jason?
I think the air
Okay.
It'll just smack the wyvern a couple times.
Okay.
had to do whirlwind or something, right?
It already used it.
This is
It's
a
cooling down.
19.
19 will hit.
Second is a 14.
14. That will not hit.
Okay.
Craig, why? Craig, why?
No reason.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything yet.
And so that's 15 damage to it.
Okay. You do some good damage to it. Well, your air elemental does some good damage to it.
Why keep him around?
Yeah. Well, why you made him.
Well, yeah.
Next up in the order is the wyvern.
The invisible woman.
Next up is the wyvern, who has to make a strength saving throw to see if it gets thrown because the air elemental is still in its space. It rolls a natural 19, so that's fine.
Wait, it's baned, isn't it?
Have to subtract
It
4.
is.
Rolled a 1, so that's 18,
Yeah.
which I believe still saves.
13, so.
Yeah, okay. It could have rolled a 4 on the D4.
You don't know. It could have rolled a 12 on the D4. I have fucking no idea.
And it is going to actually bite and snap with its stinger at you there, Sai.
I can go to hell.
The first, well, shit. Neither of those are going to hit.
Cool.
It is very confused and very lost at the moment. Phaedra, you are up.
I'm going to cast suggestion on the wyvern that's on the boat, and I'm going to tell it, I am your rider.
All right. Does it have to make a save of some kind?
Yes, it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
So -3 on the die. Its wisdom is that. So that is a 14.
It doesn't save.
It does not save. So you have given it the suggestion that you are its rider.
Yes.
We'll see how that goes.
With my movement, I would like to try to mount the wyvern. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say
there is a man up there. You do know that, right?
I thought there wasn't I thought the person on the
He fell back.
Oh, you fell back and landed on it? Damn.
It just went up and came back down.
Okay. Sorry, I got confused.
Okay. That was not explaining.
I wanted to say that
Also, it's insane to think that would ever happen on a boat that is rocking.
I mean, you're not wrong, but it's insane that most of this is happening on a boat that is rocking.
I wanted to say that I said the suggestion in Draconic.
It doesn't speak Draconic, but okay.
Wyverns do understand Draconic.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
And it's dragon.
No, it
language, I
doesn't,
would
because
assume
it's not
so.
smart enough to talk or understand
Yeah.
a language.
It
It
should
doesn't
have.
understand language at all.
Yeah.
I thought
Whether its race can handle
Also,
it or not. It's
Phaedra
not
wouldn't
smart enough.
know that!
Well, she sees a dragon, so she's gonna try and talk dragon.
But she wouldn't
Yeah, she
know
could
that
try.
the dragon doesn't. Yeah, you could try.
Well, no, yeah, that's why I was saying, like,
Yeah.
I wanted to specifically cast in that because she's trying to communicate with the dragon.
Oh, right. That's how that suggestion would work. Okay.
And what else? I don't know what else I can do since that was my spell.
You could try and hit the guy.
Well, if I used a spell, I can't do an attack though.
Was it a spell below 2nd level?
Yeah, it's 2nd level.
Oh, right. You don't have battle casting. Yep. No. So, yeah. What are you doing with this bonus action? You can still try and climb up on it. I'm just telling you this person.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to climb up on it.
All right. It is going to try and buck you off. You gave it the suggestion in a language it doesn't speak because it doesn't understand what rider or tucking is.
Okay.
Worth a shot.
It's not an intelligent creature.
Okay.
Like,
Still worth a shot, though.
I understand you're operating under the idea of like,
thinking.
yes, no, the logical thinking is there. Tiny dragon probably is a dragon, therefore is intelligent. This is not.
Okay.
Suggestion only works on intelligent creatures.
Okay.
So you have to make a strength throw to beat its strength throw. It's essentially a grapple.
Oh, okay.
It did not roll well.
I did, so.
That was a 9 to try and buck you off.
My strength, it's just straight strength.
Just strength.
Well, I rolled a 14 plus 3,
So yeah, you're able to mount the beast as you see fit.
Yay! And I'm gonna try and elbow the dude if in inspection. I know he's gonna try to push me off.
Yep. So you get a quick bow in edgewise as you go.
Yeah.
Kind of hit him in the temple a bit to try and stun him.
Yeah.
Next up is Samson, who is going to take another 2 shots at the rider that is now falling back onto the wyvern. Those will both hit. One of them will crit. Yikes. It is dead. As you're elbowing it, Phaedra, you see suddenly 2 holes along with 2 cracks far behind you appear in the center of its head, and its eyes sort of roll backwards, and it goes limp.
And I kind
Oh, but it's so hard the back of its head blew out.
Man!
Can I just yell alive, asshole?
Sure, you do so. Nyx, you are up.
I look severely disappointed. Wow. Fine.
Okay.
The wyvern is still alive. The rider is not.
Yeah.
Oh, the rider's dead.
Oh, yes, the rider is dead.
Sorry, I thought you said the wyvern. I thought he was just killing the thing I was trying to take command of.
No.
Okay. So the wyvern on the deck, but there's one in the sky with a dude on it.
Correct. Fighting with Trev.
Fighting with Trev. The one on the deck. Okay. And is Phaedra on the one on the deck?
I am.
Making her way up it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm climbing up it.
Okay. I'm a little nervous that any spells would hurt her.
I can take it.
It's a very large creature. You can probably cast spells just to hit it and not hit her.
Okay. And it's not doing anything though, right? It hasn't made any attacks.
Oh, yes, it has. It tried to attack.
The wyvern? It is. Yeah, these things are trying to kill us.
Who did the one on the deck attack though?
Sigh.
Me.
Okay.
Yeah, sigh. Repeatedly.
Okay. So it's engaged. Cool.
Oh, congratulations.
It is engaged in 2 different ways.
Cool. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna cast True Strike then.
Okay.
So I point at the wyvern and I cast True Strike, and that's the turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does True Strike do?
So it's a concentration cantrip. I extend my hand and point a finger at a target in range. The range is 30 feet. Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defense. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target, provided the spell hasn't ended.
Okay. So on your next turn, you have advantage on your attack. Next up in the order is Sai.
Okay. So she's on top of a wyvern.
Yep,
That's not having a good time. Just Does Phaedra have control of this thing, or is she just kind of hanging on for dear life?
I'm trying.
I don't know how you would be able to tell.
It's about 50-50 right now.
And what's the other? You tore the other dude off the wyvern, right?
He's dead. He got
Very
shot.
dead. His head got blown off.
No.
I pulled him off. I tried to pull him off, and then Samson shot him.
The other
guy
wyvern.
up with me, he has done nothing. Nothing has happened to him other than him trying to attack me.
Yeah.
And fireballed. He did get fireballed.
Oh yeah, he got fired.
He got fired. But yeah, I'm working on this.
That deep sigh of, oh, Christ.
Okay.
You're currently engaged with a gigantic dragon thing. I don't know
I
how
know.
your course of action is in such question.
Large. It's not giant size. It's
Whatever.
just large.
I know.
That's actually
The
an
point
important
stands.
lesson. Know that.
I'll just
It is pookie size.
yeah.
Oh,
I
word.
will stab it 2 more times.
Oh wait, Heather should have shouted, "I've mounted the monster."
Yeah. Rodeo.
I'll just hit it 2 more times and just.
Suddenly a bunch of ones just start popping up over its head.
That'll definitely hit.
Okay. I trust you.
Huh?
I trust you.
Yeah. I rolled a 14, and then it's a lot from that.
Yeah. You have a plus 11 on your hits when it's hexed, so yeah, or blade cursed, so yes.
Plus 13 actually. But,
Oh, that's right. You got more. I forgot.
So the first one, I rolled a 14 plus 13. The second
So
one's
you
a natural 1. So
Natural 1 causes you to hit the deck. I need you to, roll damage for the first one because the first one hits just fine.
yep. It's going to be
How long is it until it's my turn?
18 damage.
1 person.
I hear a
18
commotion.
damage?
I need to go
Alright.
take care of. I'll be right back.
Yep,
Okay,
18.
we will wait. Okay. But the momentum of swinging the blade into the creature, as well as the shifting of the deck under your feet, suddenly causes everything to come back real quick. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 4.
You puke on the bird,
Uh,
and on your next
Gross.
we'll deal with that on your next turn.
Gross.
It's all a mess. It's RML. It's your turn.
Stop. Come over.
Oh
Sorry.
my God.
Stop.
Just give me 1 second.
No, that's. I think it's like.
With your words out loud.
No, he said in a second.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
All right, RML. What do we got?
I just had one quick question. What's my spell casting ability modifier?
Your spellcasting ability modifier is your spell mod plus your proficiency bonus.
Which is what the number is, right?
Oh, okay. So it's 8 then, right?
No, because you have how much? What is your plus on wisdom?
More. Plus 4.
So yes, it would be 8.
All right, so 8. Cool. Brad. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and heal my flying friend.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a bonus action. So I healed him 14. I used it at. Oh wait, no. I can only use it at level 1 as a bonus action. If I use it at level 2, is it still a bonus action?
Yes, so it's bonus action to cast.
All right, cool. Well, then I'm gonna heal him 14 points.
Heal who?
Trev, who's flying in the sky, being attacked by a.
Okay. Not sure if he got hit, but if he did, he will.
He got bit at least, didn't he?
I think so. So Trev will heal 14 when he gets back.
Yeah, cool. That ended up. And then with my action,
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and dominate the wyvern.
Okay.
Deck.
Okay. What does he have to use to save?
A wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That's a 13.
Oh wait, so that's my spell save DC.
Yeah, it has to beat your spell save DC, which is 17, I believe.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it doesn't make it.
So it works.
Yep.
Cool. So he is now. Give me 1 second. He hit. Oh, he also has advantage on the saving throw. My bad. Because he's
say again.
He's fighting my friends, so
Yeah.
he has advantage on the saving throw.
The wyvern?
Yeah,
Why is that?
it's part of the spell.
Okay. Well, he rolled worse, so you're still good.
Cool. Yeah, now I have a telepathic link with it.
Let's put it this way. He rolled a 13 before I rolled this to take down the rest of it. So
Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna suggest.
You can command.
Oh, yeah, you're not suggesting, you're commanding.
Yeah, no. Okay.
You dominated.
Well, so, but he doesn't actually have to like follow it. He just does his best to obey.
Yes, that's the thing. It's not that he follows your commands, it's that he tries to follow your commands.
Okay. Oh,
So what are you telling it to do?
this wyvern.
Or you should practice the wyvern.
Okay.
With the
Oh
wyvern.
yeah, sure. I'm gonna have him go attack the other wyvern.
Okay.
Whee!
He will do his best. Next up is Trev, so we will take a quick... Oh, nope. As if on cue, he arrives.
Also, you have 14 points.
Yes, you healed
What?
14 points, Trev.
Yeah, you.
Oh, cool. Oh, much appreciated.
All right, so what's your turn?
All right. Well, in lieu of trying to take an attack opportunity, I can still. This dude's still in range of this spell, so I'm gonna try again
Okay.
and try to pull this guy off of his mount.
He rolled a 19 again.
Jesus Christ!
It's
I'm
just
going
roll.
to attack him.
Okay. Are you going to attack him or the wyvern?
Him.
Okay.
$22.
That will certainly hit.
Plus one of these. Cool. We roll those real quick. Cool. 16 slashing damage and 8 hold damage.
Nice. Right, these. Dunzo. McDunzos. Outballs. And up the Chrome console, because I'm bad. So it's 16 slashing and 8 cold?
Yes.
Roger that. All right, and your second attack?
That's all I got. I can only do one after a
Oh.
cantrip.
Yep, lightning lure. All right, so next up is the flying pirate, who's seeing this go bad, is going to...
Oh, wait a minute. I have a bonus action still, right?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, wait. That doesn't make any sense. That won't work. Never mind.
Okay. Is actually just going to slash at you and then attempt to run. So he's going to take one swing. That won't hit. And then attempt to move the wyvern 60 feet away. You have attack of opportunity.
Trying to think if there's any way that I can, like, do something here that is more than just attack him, but I guess. I mean, I would
Make
be
a survival check.
attacking the... Yeah, all right. Forget. That is a skill I actually have. Okay.
Yes, it is.
19?
So after watching what happened with Phaedra's suggestion and the reaction to it down below you, you've kind of gathered at this point that wyverns are beastly. They're not particularly intelligent, therefore they're not also easily trained. So if you piss one off enough, it's fully possible that it will see revenge over following commands.
Well, fuck it. I mean, I guess theoretically both of them are leaving my space, so I can take an attack
Oh,
of
yeah.
opportunity against either one. So I'm going to
Most
try and
certainly.
slash the wyvern in the ass.
All right, roll an attack.
23.
No, that will most certainly hit.
You roll that guy because this is gonna fucking hurt. Oh boy. 19 slashing damage and 8 cold damage.
Woo! Nelly. 19 slashing. And how much cold?
8. 2 different D8s. Both gave me 8s in a row. Good,
Nice.
good boys.
Nice.
Okay. It stops its movement and kind of flips around and looks back at you as the pirate starts to shout at it in a language you don't understand. The air
Does
elementals.
anybody else hear it? And if so, does anybody else understand it?
Even if they did hear it, no one would understand it.
All right. Trying to narrow down what this thing is, because I'm sure Trev has no fucking idea.
Yeah, you have no clue. Air elemental.
Fucking it's gonna abandon the wyvern that's getting all fucked up,
Okay.
and it's gonna go after the other one that's trying to escape.
All right. It floats up in the air, takes 2 swings. Go ahead.
Which one is try?
Both of the wyvern, of course. The first will be 15 plus 8.
That will hit.
The second will be a 4 plus 8, so 12.
That will not hit.
Okay. So the one that hit will do 8 plus 21.
Shit.
That is also 2 8s on a D8 on 2 D8s.
Shit. Trev, out of the corner of your eye, you see this silvery kind of amorphous mass of air suddenly show up and then punch the wyvern twice in the face, just kind of with weird wind gusts, and you see the wyvern get buffeted around and really hurt.
Given his previous experience with air elementals, I believe he would say, Aramel?
Yeah. Next up is the 2 wyverns. The dominated one. Is there a continuous save, Armel?
Give me 1 second. Each time the target takes damage, it makes a new wisdom saving throw against the spell.
Okay. So the one that's still flying is going to bite at you again, Trev. Bite stinger. Bite's a natural 20. The stinger is a what's the word? It's a 7 plus a 16, 24.
That's 23, but it doesn't matter. Also, since I haven't done it yet, I would like to impose disadvantage on the one that was going to fucking murder me in half.
Okay, so the stinger, or no, the bite was a natural 20.
The crit.
Yeah, so disadvantage
Please.
on the crit. It's a 21.
I'll take that instead. Those are both hitting.
Yes, so stinger first.
Mhm.
That's a, I'm sorry, buddy. It's a
I'll get
16
over it.
piercing damage.
Mhm.
And then you have to make
I
a
have to,
constitution
yeah.
saving throw.
You got it.
Crit.
That is a 19.
That will save.
Ew.
So you take...
It's too late and doesn't really matter, I'm assuming. But is this guy still affected by Bane? And was the guy who saved against all my bullshit still affected by Bane?
neither of these 2 were the ones affected by Bane.
He had 3 creatures, and there were only 2 of them on the ship.
Yeah,
and one of them is...
One of those
only
riders
2
is
of them were
dead,
in
and the
range.
dominated one is flying. Is still down there. Now
Only
dominated.
2 were in range, Craig. I don't
Oh,
think
okay.
3.
You take 16 points of poison damage.
Well, that's fun.
Then the other one, the dominated one, also takes off from the deck. Phaedra, I
What
need
about
you to
the
make
bite?
a...
Just to,
right, the bite damage,
just
sorry.
for fairness, that also hit me.
Sorry, I forgot about the bite. That does way less damage. That does a solid 11 points of piercing damage. So, not a great turn to be Trev.
For what it's worth, I took like 40 points of damage there, guys. Just saying.
Phaedra, I need you
Ow.
to make an athletics check to try and hang on as it suddenly takes flight.
Okay. Well, athletics. 21.
You're able to hold on as the wyvern suddenly jumps into the air with a beat of its wings and flies up to bite twice at the other wyvern. Hits once, doesn't hit the other one. And
I'm assuming I'm assuming
15.
I don't get attack of opportunity.
Actually, it still has Bane on it, so I do have to. That will still hit. It was close though. So that's in no. Math is hard. 15 points of damage to the other wyvern. Good lord, this thing's getting boo-purged. And it will end its turn. Next up is Phaedra, now flying off the side of a wyvern.
How far away is the other wyvern rider from me?
Like 15 feet in an awkward direction.
Okay, here's what I want to try to do.
Okay.
This ought to be good.
I love
First,
these sorts of conversations. These are great.
I need you to make a strength check to get onto the back of the.
Okay, yeah. 19.
All right, you are able to do so. That uses your movement, but you are now seated upon.
Oh,
the
god
wyvern.
damn it. Really? I thought it was already on it before.
You were like hanging off it like this on the side of its neck. You were climbing onto it.
Fine. Okay, well, I can't use my movement then.
Where were you gonna move?
I wanted to dim door jump, take the dude with me to get back to the boat.
There's gonna be a
That's
lot
fine.
of checks involved in that.
That's
I
fun.
know.
All right,
I like
hang on. I am okay. I used half your movement to get onto the wyvern.
Yeah, I
You still have-
want to try to time it so that way I can jump and like try to like grab for the dude and then make the dim door behind us, so then that way it's like pushing him and me through it to get to the boat.
All right, so here's how we're gonna start this.
Okay.
Make an acrobatics check to try and jump off the wyvern
Okay.
in a direction that you want to go.
This is real fun.
Okay, so acrobatics?
Yes.
2, so 18.
All right, you're able to leap off the wyvern at the rider on the back of the wyvern.
Yes.
Now I need you to make a strength grapple check to try and grab onto the rider.
So what is that? Just a strength roll?
Just a strength roll.
Okay.
He is also going to make one.
Okay.
And as Craig can say, he has been rolling well in his strength checks.
Natural 20.
Well, he rolled a 6. So you're able to grab him.
Yes.
This is stupid. I love it.
Stupid.
Yep.
All right,
I'm into
now I
this.
need you. What's your spellcasting ability modifier?
+8.
No. What is your spellcasting mod?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay, and you need to make a wisdom check to see if you have the fortitude in you after doing all of this to focus on a spell.
Okay, so that's a 16 plus.
Yep, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
You have the wherewithal to cast a spell. One final check. You now need to make a strength check. Try and pull him off the wyvern.
Okay, another strength roll.
He is also going to persist this one.
Okay.
That's better.
20.
He rolled a 16, so you drag him
Yes.
with your momentum off the back of the wyvern and are able to cast a dim door underneath you. Where are you dim dooring to?
Where the wyvern was before it took off on the boat, like that space that.
Okay, so the exact space you had been in. Okay, the rest of you on the deck, you see Phaedra leap off the back of a wyvern, corral the rider on the other one, yank him off the saddle, and then dim door directly in between all of you on the deck.
Looking cool.
Basically, like
With-
wheelman airjacked that dude.
Yeah, with this
You
dude
definitely
in a
just-
headlock.
That's like a real baby driver move right there. That's real.
I got him.
That was some real fucking transporter shit right there.
Yep.
So
Boy, if only he hadn't godly saved against every single time I've been trying to do basically the same shit.
You just got swagger jacked so hard.
I mean, whatever. He's been rolling really well.
That was
Nice.
the equivalent to Jason Statham fighting a whole bunch of dudes in a room that's covered with an oil slick while standing on bicycle kicks.
Yup.
That's what he does.
Samson's up, and Samson, seeing all this bullshit, is going to fire twice at the still bad wyvern.
Bad wyvern.
Both do hit. Benefits of being a sure shot.
He's good at this.
That's Jesus. That's a lot. That's a 13 and a 10, so 23. It's just barely still hanging on. As it kind of floats in the air, now with two very large gaping holes in each of its wings. Nyx.
If I talk first, can I still attack?
Yeah, talking is a free action.
Okay, just making sure. I couldn't remember. So I'm gonna. No. Because if I draw attention to myself, I lose my advantage. I'm going to take a chance and hope I don't kill him.
Okay.
I don't want to kill him. But I'm not convinced he would even understand the words that I was saying. So.
Can I make a note right here before she does this? You can elect to do non-lethal damage.
Yeah. You can knock someone to 0 without killing them.
Oh, I didn't know that was an option. Okay, so
Yes.
if it comes to that, then non-lethal, please.
And remember, your your venom dagger of venom also has an anesthetic setting. Does slightly less damage, but if you kill with it, it puts them into a coma.
I don't think I had
Set that phaser to stun.
Yeah, I gave it to you when I first gave you the dagger because you said that she was uncomfortable killing people, so I gave you 2 options with it.
I don't remember that, but I like that. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to cast a booming blade.
Okay. You have advantage already.
Yep, and that can combine with sneak attack, right?
Yes, it can.
Yup. I'm gonna fuck this guy up.
Are you using the dagger of venom?
Yeah, if
Okay.
that makes it easier to not kill him.
All right. It's just it does 1d4 instead of 1d6 poison.
Okay. I think
So, go ahead and hit.
I have it as 1d4. What?
Hang on, let me look.
I might not have put it in accurately the first time if we like put it in and then talked about it and changed it. Maybe I just never changed it, but
Yeah, let me take a look.
It's 1d4.
Well, no, the damage itself is 1d4 damage. The poison damage that it does if you hit with it and choose to use it is more.
Okay.
It's 2d6 poison damage
Okay.
that they have to save from.
All right.
But it's 2d4 instead with the anesthetic. Looking at the item card. Anyway.
So I'm going to use the dagger as anesthetic. That's
cool.
fine. I'm trying not to kill him while doing a ton of damage.
Makes sense. Roll the hit.
So I rolled 18 and the dagger of venom is +9.
So yeah, that'll hit.
So I'm pretty sure that hits.
Yes, it does.
And then it's my first time using booming blade, so give me a second to make sure I do this right.
All good. I mean, roll the dice twice. Roll your 18 again, because if you hit a natural 20, you do crit.
I got a 19, so...
Okay, so you just hit again. Yeah.
Okay, so as part of the action used to cast the spell, you must make a melee attack with a weapon against one creature within the spell's range.
Which you're doing.
On a hit, the target suffers the attack's normal effects, which is the sneak attack normal effect, and it becomes sheathed in booming energy until the start of your next turn. If the target willingly moves before then, it immediately takes 1d8 thunder damage.
Okay.
Spell ends. So he can't move or he gets hurt.
Good to know. He is now enraptured, still in Phaedra's arms in this shimmering yellow energy.
At the 11th level, it's 3d8 thunder damage.
Nice.
So
Good to
he
know.
can move.
Good to know. I mean, are you guys level 11 or level 10?
We're level 11.
11, my friend.
Okay, so that's that.
All right. Plus 2 damage.
He doesn't do it doesn't do damage right away, but
Yeah.
it will do damage. And then I do my normal sneak attack. And attack. Which is So the normal attack is a D4. Where the fuck is my D4? Oh, here's one. Of course. I rolled a 1 on that, and then...
Okay, so 1, then roll 66.
So do I not have the +4 on the Dagger of Venom because of the anesthetic?
No, you do. We just add that later. No, it's just... So it's 1d4 plus 4. So it's 1 at the moment. We'll add the +4 on later.
66.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Wow.
6.
Yes.
Oh, they went everywhere.
That was a good sound.
2, 4,
16.
5. Oh, you're done?
Yep.
Okay, so 16 for the 66.
Okay, so 7.
What?
And then plus 4. So, sorry. So 17 plus 4.
That's 21.
So 21.
I got confused, but okay.
And then he has to make a Constitution saving throw,
Okay.
which he does make. So he takes half of the poison damage, which is 2d4.
Okay. Oh, I have to roll.
Yes.
What the heck? Oh, there we go. 2d4, you said?
2d4.
3 and 2. 5.
So 5, so he takes 3. So 24 points of damage total.
Okay.
He is still alive and still awake, but not by much.
And my bonus action to hide, I think, is the thing.
Okay, you disengage. Beep. You like run up while he's in Fader's arms, stab him in the gut, pull it out, go, and then run.
Yeah. Bye.
Sai, you're up.
Okay. I guess just I'll also try to knock this fucker out.
Okay.
So he's not my curse target. So that's a natural 20.
I was just about to say, be careful if you crit, because you might over damage him.
Well, I mean, this is still non-lethal. Like,
Yeah.
but
The road is paved on good intention, or the road to hell is paved on good intentions, Sai.
I mean,
Blood
fair.
force trauma to the brain can still kill you.
Fair.
It's not good for you.
Let me see. So that'll be roll a 2. So that'll be a 4 plus. So 9 damage. No, I'm sorry.
Still awake.
11 damage.
Still awake.
Okay. I'll smack him again.
All right.
And that will be a 15.
15 will not hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Take that back. You're puking.
Oh,
You
right.
have disadvantage on
Right.
all of those attacks.
Oh,
So then we'll say that that was the first one then. And no
Yep,
damage.
so that was your first one, which doesn't hit.
Yep. That's a 13. That's fucking A. Another natural.
Is it a 1?
Yep.
Roll a Constitution saving throw, my friend.
This is great.
15.
This is great.
15. You're able to get your lunch back down, but you do lose the rest of your turn.
I'm just swearing like a motherfucker, just having the worst time in the.
This is the worst you could ever imagine. Aramil, you are up.
As somebody who took like 50 damage last turn, I feel for you like so much. You are occasionally frustrated that you can't murder an unarmed man.
So I just have a question. I just have a question about the dominated wyvern. Has he had a turn yet?
Yes, he has.
Hey, he
Where
came
did
up
he
and he
go?
fucked up the other guy. He's hanging out up here with me.
All right, good. Well, so I can.
Craig, is fly a concentration check?
It sure is.
Make a.
All right, so now you're gonna have to remember each individual damage that I took, which is gonna be fun.
It's the stinger was it 16 piercing, and then no, it was 16 poison and 11 piercing, I think. So 27. So you're trying to beat a 14.
19 on the die, so whatever.
So you're good on that one, and then the bite
You'll
was
get the
lower
dog,
than
though.
that. It was 11. Yeah. So trying to beat. What is that, a 6?
13 on the die, so again, whatever is fine.
Yeah. Yep. Still flying.
Thank God. All right, not falling. That's a plus.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, sorry, Armo.
I don't have great news for you, Trev. I can.
I'll be as long as the other one doesn't magically start fucking attacking me, I'll be fine.
Oh no.
As long as you keep dominating that boy, I'll be okay.
Okay, good. I'm gonna keep doing that then, and I'm actually going to. When it's my turn, I can use my action to take total and precise control of the target.
Okay.
No, fuck that. Right? That would just give me like the Wyvern's attacks.
That would
right?
allow you to make him. Yeah, that would allow you to make him attack this other one that is actively trying to kill me.
Nice.
Which it's already doing. So
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to try very hard.
okay, that's fine.
Kill the other one.
So Trev, it is your turn.
Oh, that's neat. Wait, did Ryan have something else?
Yeah, Ryan, what was that?
That's it, because I'm concentrating. I can't.
All right.
You can cast another spell while concentrating.
I can.
Yeah.
Like
You just
a
can't cast
bonus.
another. You just can't cast another concentration spell.
Mhm.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna healing word my homie again.
Okay.
What? Can I have the D4s? That's why, because we have 2 D4 spells going right now.
Use 4 d4s. How many do you need?
Probably. Well, yeah, 3. I'm gonna do it at 3rd level. Make sure he's alive. 3, 6, 8 plus 8, which is 16.
So 16 points of healing to you, Trev.
All
And it feels
right.
real nice.
It really, really does. I'm super happy about it.
I'm
All right.
glad that
And
I-
finally, Trevathan, it is your turn.
I have a question. It's a stupid question, but I have a question nonetheless.
Sure.
Am I a valid target for my own green flame blade? Am I a different creature of my choice that I can see from the person I'm attacking? Can I see myself?
No.
Okay. Then
a
I'm
really
not going
good
to use
question.
this. Because then the only valid target for the green flame blade to bounce to is
Would
a
be-
wyvern I don't want to damage.
That's fair.
So instead, I'm just going to attack the thing that really, really took a bite out of crime on me.
I mean,
Okay. Roll.
What?
Just roll for an attack.
The first one's a 20.
That will hit. Don't even bother rolling for damage. You slice this thing
All
out
right,
of the
cool.
sky, and it falls like a missile into the surf.
All right.
And 3
You have an
points.
attack up. Before I do anything with that, I'm going to shout, so what are we going to do about this one?
I was gonna set him free. I was gonna send him for the rest of my concentration away.
Marlbin yells, I was going to turn him into a chicken.
I'm going to just fly down back to the boat away from this thing because
Okay.
I'm not going to attack it anymore.
Okay.
And yeah,
Um.
I'll let these guys handle this.
Yeah. Up next is the pirate's turn, who is going to attempt to break the grapple.
So do I- So I roll another strength check.
Oh,
Correct.
right. Would I have theoretically been able to use my second attack to fly back down and broadside that dude in the dome? Is he within 60 feet of me, basically?
He is within 60 feet of you, and you do have a second attack, so yeah, you can.
Yeah. Awesome.
Don't crit.
Oh my god, math. Why? 18?
18 actually will not hit. Yeah, well. Roll for
Oh, wait,
damage.
wouldn't I have advantage on him anyway because he's grappled?
Yes, because he's grappled.
All right. Oh shit! I can turn my right off at any time. I'm doing that because I'm pretty sure I can't non-lethal damage with a.
That is correct. I was waiting. I was just this close.
Yes.
Saw it coming. I was like, oh, there it is.
Nope. All right, so that's 17 damage.
Okay, he is unconscious in Phaedra's
Broadside him with my blade. Just bonk him in the face.
You know what? That natural 20 of mine should have stuck, and I never should have crit failed.
What?
Because disadvantage plus advantage from grapple means straight rolls.
You're right.
Well.
Still would have been alive.
Oh, well.
Okay.
You could think him. Actually, wait. You said 17 damage?
Yes.
He is still standing, actually.
Oh my god.
Delightful.
He's got 4 damage, and he's going to attempt to break the grapple. Okay, Phaedra.
I can certainly try.
Oh boy.
Oh, damn it.
What?
No, what'd you get?
I rolled a 12 plus. It's a 15.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yay!
He does try, but that is it. We are now out of combat for the most part. We will just say, for the sake of expedience, that Phaedra, you just club him in the head as soon as you can, which will do just enough damage to knock him out because he has 3 hit points.
Oh.
Armil, are you actually just sending the wyvern to fly as far as you can?
Send it away from the direction it came from.
You are muted, my friend.
Yeah.
You're not muted anymore.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I'm going to send him not the direction he came from, and I'm going to use my full concentration to just go.
Okay. He just starts flying west towards the land and is very quickly out of sight.
Okay.
Free, my friend.
Yeah.
Takes care of the wyvern problem. Flash forward about 3 days later, as a family in Lothander has a very delicious wyvern dinner. As you just sent him flying in a straight line at a city.
Well, better that than having him kill people, I suppose.
That was my concern.
I thought that it was going to be the other way around.
Found land.
Well, he
You did find land.
He did find freedom.
However, briefly.
Anyway, you're all now on this boat. Samson thanks all of you for taking care of the problem, summons the crew back on deck, and refits the sails. What are you doing with this prisoner?
Taking his mask thing off. He had a mask on.
You pull back his hood and his mask, and you see a face that is humanoid, but certainly not human, elven, dwarvish, or really anything you've ever seen before. It's a very pointed face with very thick kind of chin at the end. No hair to speak of, save these long ridges that kind of run from here to here.
Dog, he's a Klingon.
Ears that are pointed kind of like an elf's, but longer. They almost hang over his head and are tapered at the ends.
I'm going to take his baton away.
Yeah, and he grabs for a long two-handed weapon.
He does use a long two-handed weapon. It just happens to be a great sword.
For what it's worth, I do intend to take his weapon and throw it overboard.
You definitely mispronounced the word batliff.
If he has anything of value, I want it though. If he's got any like gold or jewelry or anything, I don't throw that.
No gold, no jewelry, very plain black fabric clothing.
He is a warrior.
A number of odds. I'm ignoring you, Morgan. Shut up before I mute you myself. It's 11 p.m. and I want to get this done. There are a number of very odd symbols sewn into the clothing in a language you don't understand.
Okay.
Patak.
Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed your time with Marleman. Unfortunately, he has to be retired from the group as he accidentally stumbled overboard and drowned on his own tongue.
Ironic, considering his affinity for water.
A warrior's death.
I turn to.
Hang on. Slow this roll. He drowns on his own tongue. A warrior's death.
Oh god.
He died doing what he loves.
Oh god. That's so funny to me.
That's the
Delightful.
most damn pompous I've ever heard in my life.
I love
That's
it so
so
much.
funny of me. Oh my god.
It's so funny to me, I said.
No, you said of me.
Well,
Don't even try.
I said to me.
Okay.
I had my hand over my mouth like this.
Anyway, Phaedra, what are you doing?
I'm looking to see if the symbols are familiar, and if not, I turn to Marleman and ask him if he recognizes it at all.
If I recognize the what? I'm sorry.
There's like symbols like in his I asked like the group. Like, does anyone recognize
That's
that?
Klingon. No, I'm
Can anybody magically understand this?
Oh right.
sure. I will Arcana check on this.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
No.
How about
but-
history?
History might.
Don't you have comprehend languages for?
I do have comprehend languages. Oh yeah, that's true. I guess I could do that. That's come on. That's a level 1 spell, and I don't want to waste a spell slot.
Really?
Fair enough.
Also, it's spoken language. It's not.
It is also written.
Oh, it
Keep
is
reading.
written. You're right. Yeah. All right, I'll do it.
Yay.
Okay. You cast comprehend language on yourself and understand what these symbols are. They're designations of rank. This person apparently was a low classification of rank of this person, of whatever they are. That's about it. There's a name that you pick up, which is Gibraltar, but that's it.
Gibraltar.
Or like jabroni.
Just comprehend languages doesn't allow you to know what the language is now that you've comprehended it, correct?
Nope. Just read it.
Figured. Okay. Cool. This will be got a brig to put him in?
I
Certainly.
what I saw.
We have a cabin. This is this technically it's a merchant vessel. We're not allowed to have a jailing system.
But you do though.
It's
Every ship has a brig, right? Like
I mean, it has a room. We can put stuff in front of it. So
it has a room.
We can
That
put a
has,
guard in there.
It has a room with a more reinforced door than his pot. Just put him downstairs.
Okay.
Wait, can we make sure he's disarmed before we do that?
Yeah, we've been
Yes,
we
completely.
took
Yeah.
his weapons.
I took his big
roll-
sword.
Roll an investigation check. Whoever wants to pat him down.
Me.
Okay.
Yeah.
you jumped
Say that
really quickly to that, and it worries me.
Just the one. Just the one.
Oh yeah.
Me.
Yep.
Okay. Investigation.
Guys, there's a Papers, Please short film.
Yes, there is. It's very good. 19. You find 2 stiletto daggers on him as well. And remove those from his possession.
Next, would you like these? They're small and pointy.
As well as a number of elements for spell casting, which you also remove.
Okay. Give
And
those
some wyvern treats.
Nope.
Oh,
what a dick.
There are spurs on the back of his boots that you also remove. But
yeah, chop those off or whatever. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess we'll throw them in.
Just for the sake of continuing something that briefly was happening, when I went to toss the sword overboard, when Sai protested, I shrugged and dropped it in front of him.
Okay.
Yeah. Take a look.
It's a very plain steel greatsword. Nothing really fancy about it. The ornamentation is of a design you've never seen before. It's very bizarre. You know, the grip is very wide, and the hilt itself seems to be slightly elongated. It's not comfortable for a human hand to hold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's a very plain steel sword.
Hmm.
Okay. No, you can tell him, just like, fuck it, it's nothing. Get rid of it.
You said that the name on that was Gibraltar?
Gibraltar.
Can I, see if I recall that name at all? See
Roll a
if
history check.
Okay. 28.
Nope.
Woof. You wrote the book on Gibraltar.
I have,
You don't-
I
Well, I mean, if you had, you would remember.
If
it
I
for
had,
sure.
I would. Yeah, no, I was just curious. Okay, cool.
Nothing.
All right.
All right. How about this approach to this? Hey, Samson, who are these people?
Never seen it before.
Really? I thought you
It's-
you seemed to know who the pirate people were when they were on the way in.
They looked like regular sky pirates. I've never seen this before.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry,
Sorry.
Skyrates?
Skyrates.
Were they
yes.
normal? Like, did the normal Skyrates like use the same wyverns and stuff?
Wyverns, yes. They don't look like that.
All right. Huh. Interesting.
Okay.
You know, it's the usual motley, people who can find a job riding a wyvern and causing trouble. Elves, humans, dwarves. Not really whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this thing before.
None of us have seen it before, right?
Now
I'm
this
gonna
is
go
where
ahead
Gary
and-
decides who would have the best odds of maybe having done this.
I'm
Yep.
going to go ahead and roll a...
Trev, roll a nature check.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow! Awesome. 21.
So, not exactly. You've never seen one of these. You've never seen the language. You've never even remotely considered something like this. But certain things start to click into place for you. Whispers and tales in the underworld and in the darkness of things that the stories for the things that are ghost stories. Of creatures that look nothing like walk here in this plane. Of holes opening in the sky and large ships exiting from them. Of pale monsters with yellow eyes that strike silently and vanish at the same time. They all come with the same whispered words, Gith.
I mean, I'll pass some of that stuff along, saying that it's like these are stories, but I mean, never would have thought if this stuff would be real.
What did you say, Gary? I'm sorry. Did you say Gith?
Gith. Gith.
Okay.
It's at this point when you say that you hear a shout from behind you, Craig. Many of the crew who had been like mildly paying attention, an ear over there. Quite a few of them suddenly look very spooked, very scared, and you actually hear Samson barking from the top. Ignore them. Go back to your work. I will handle all of this. He gestures at a maid to take over the wheel and walks towards all of you. We need to bring that thing downstairs. If this is a gift, we need to bring it downstairs immediately.
You got it.
Okay.
What's the problem with why?
Just bring it
We should
down.
have this conversation downstairs.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right, cool.
RML, you hear these two very faint clicks as you walk as well. And that's where we'll end for this week.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
That's a cliffhanger cliffhanger.
Wanted to get somewhere before stopping, but it is after 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say no offense to you, Gary. I'm falling asleep. I had a long day at work.
No, you all good, boy. I'm also, it's been a long day. A lot of people. So, good job, everybody. Wanted to give you guys a relatively easy combat encounter to get used to your new stuff. For those of you who have new stuff,
I turned a thing into a chicken for no reason.
It worked.
I got to teleport punch a dude.
God fucking damn.
That's the coolest.
I guess.
That was cool.
Gary, you're a very generous DM.
How do you mean?
That thing.
Oh yeah.
That was a lot, and I'm very appreciative that you allowed that to happen.
I put the limitations on it.
Rad.
That was very silly, and I enjoyed it.
You forced her to make some stuff.
You ended up succeeding on so many rolls.
Yeah, exactly. He made you do a lot of rolls to make that happen. You were rolling like a god.
There was one, it almost landed on a 1, and I was like, no!
Oh, no.
Thankfully, it kept going just one one more rolls. Yes.
Thinking about how, like, the specific bad results that could have arisen from any of those rolls failing is
I could have fallen in the ocean.
fantastic.
All of those answers are
You
falling
could
in
have
the ocean.
teleported into the ocean, like,
Way under the ocean.
yeah,
You could have
300 feet into the
you have
ocean.
you could have clotheslined him and dragged him off the wyvern, and then not had the wherewithal to cast a spell, so you would have fallen with him into the ocean.
And I would have sunk because
You would
I'm
have sunk like a damn stone.
wearing armor.